But Chip Kelly is at Ohio State now. He's the offensive coordinator. Spring football is back. God, that team is loaded.
Should be good.
I think they're going to win the conference. It'd be my early pick, is I'd pick them with Oregon as a close second.
Me too. I have been kind of riding the Oregon train, but everyone's kind of talking me off of it.
Well, I mean, Oregon certainly can do it. I mean, Dylan Gabriel getting familiar with that offense. I saw Dylan Gabriel's getting sponsored by a roofing company.
I love it.
And
like a Eugene roofing company?
I think it's a
I love it.
I think it's a semi-local based
quit
company.
freaking, call Beacon.
Yes, stop freaking, call Beacon.
I love that that's his only endorsement ever. And Skittles.
We've got a new drop. I'm sure this is going to be slid right into the Sucanic drops page for prime time.
To me, the best part of football is football.
Thanks, dude.
To me, the best part of football is football.
You know, that's the best part of football, that it's football.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the number one thing I love about football is football. You know, you could say that about anything. You know what I love about food? It's food. You know what I love about sex? It's sex.
Mm-hmm.
Football is football.
He gave a couple answers. I mean, he did a press conference, but a couple things stood out, so I pulled the audio. This was his reasoning. When did Chip realize, I would argue it was much sooner than what he's about to say, but when did Chip realize he wanted to leave UCLA and find another job? Here's what Chip said.
It started when we were preparing for our bowl game. Ryan Gunnarsson, who's a great quarterback coach, left to go to Oregon State as the coordinator, so he wasn't there. So I actually coached the quarterbacks during the bowl game, and I just started to think, I hadn't actually coached a position since 2008. And then I think my wife remarked, she's like, I haven't seen you this happy in a long time. And to me, the best part of football is football. And so you got to do football and not do some of the things that involve with the head coaching deal. And I had a chance after we beat Boise in the bowl game, and as we started recruiting, just to kind of think about what that experience was like, and then I get to make the decision on what my future is going to be, and so what do I want to do? So I started to look into, is there an opportunity, and it would have been the right spot to go somewhere and just coach a position again and be back with that group, because I think as a head coach, you sit in on position meetings, but then you're always getting pulled out, and there's other things that are involved with being a head coach, and I think it's more of a CEO operation right now.
I tend to agree with that as well. Like, coaching is important, having your coach know the X's and O's, obviously, but it is a CEO job now more so than anything else.
And I think he quietly took a shot at that.
Oh, he hates it.
Yeah.
He doesn't
and not
like
just
this.
that he hates it, but trying to remind people of that. Like, you and I know that it's a CEO job. But does everybody else know that?
Yes, I think people are aware of it, what it is now.
You know, oh my God, Harbaugh finally won a title at Michigan. And it's because he's just controlling everything.
He coached 3 games. For the whole season.
That just shows you, as long as Michigan can continue to recruit at the level they are, they're going to be just fine.
You know who won a game for Michigan this year? By definition of wins, losses for a coach? Got a national championship ring out of this. Jack Harbaugh.
Nice.
He named his dad an assistant head coach for one of the games.
Love it.
And his dad didn't do anything and then got a ring for it.
Love it.
Here was Chip on going to Ohio State.
John Lennon, when he was a little kid, that had an assignment of what do you want to be when you grow up? And he said, I want to be happy. And then his teacher said, I don't think you understand the assignment. And his mom said, I don't think you understand life. So I just want to be happy. And I'm really happy coaching a position, really happy to be at this place. You know, it would have taken a special place for me to leave UCLA because I love those players and I love that coaching staff. But to be here with Ryan, I had a great relationship. I've known Ryan since he was a little kid. So I think a lot of things just fell into place that way.
He's got some throat sounds that Dirt does when he's here, when he's talking and he just randomly breathes and his throat makes this noise. Did it twice right there. One of the reasons I think Ohio State just has a couple more horses than Oregon. But he is another part of why I think they win. That guy, I've been out on him as a head coach for a long time.
You asked when was he ready to leave UCLA? I would argue the minute he took the UCLA job. Yeah. I'm taking this job because this is probably my last chance to get something decent.
They don't care as much about football in this LA school. I don't have to recruit, and I'll just do my thing. He is one of the reasons I think that they are the better team. That guy might not be a good head coach, but damn it, man, that team with those weapons, they're loaded at running back. They've got an experienced quarterback. Their line's going to be good. They've got one of the best wide receivers in the country. that guy coaching offense, and that's all he has to worry about, terrifying for the rest of the Big Ten.
It's going to be interesting. And I've never been a giant Chip hater, but I've never been a big Chip lover. If he is truly genuine, and I want to believe he is truly genuine, that if this is what makes him happy, if this is truly what's going to make him happy, do it, man.
Patrick, he applied for like 18 of these jobs, and everybody told him no, and then Ohio State was like, you know what, Bill O'Brien's going to Boston College randomly. We need somebody. He went, I'll take it. I'm not saying he doesn't have a good relationship with Day, or this isn't about happiness. My point is, like, he clearly, this was not just Ohio State based. This was get me the hell out of Westwood.
UCLA.
Yes.
Yeah, and just give me the hell out of head coaching. And so,
yeah, I don't think we'll ever see him as head coach again.
No, and not to schmooze it too much or get all sappy on you. Maybe this is Chip's calling. Maybe this is how he finishes out his career of just being an offensive coordinator and just kind of, I hate using the term stay in your lane, but just kind of do what you do and quit trying to take on more. There's so many guys that you see who are great coordinators that just can't do head coaching. Like, look at the defensive coordinator tree from Belichick. Like, all those dudes were amazing D coordinators, and none of them could be head coaches. Like, what's wrong with kind of just staying and doing what you do?
Well, I think that's what
I think there's something romantic about it.
I think he's recognizing that about himself and why he applied for all these jobs. The other thing is that guy wants to win.
Yeah.
And now it's like, hey, just worry about this. Don't have to worry about recruiting. You shake a hand, you say hi, and you move on to the film session.
Mm-hmm.
You let the NIL collective figure itself out in Columbus.
You don't have to deal with that.
No,
and they got more money than everybody else.
I mean, it's reported or at least talked about. There's like a $13 to $14 million free agency class they've got going on here. Just worry about the offense.
Yeah.
And again, he's got the weapons and all of the skill positions, the line stuff. All of that is perfectly intact for his offense, which is a good offense, to go tear up the rest of the Big Ten. I mean, the fact that they're even just a 1-point dog in Eugene, I think speaks volumes to what they are as a team.
Yeah, and let's not forget Chip's heyday, when Chip is really good, it's not just this high-octane passing thing. It's not like a Mike Leach on steroids.
Nor is it a hurry-up run offense that we kind of saw him start in Eugene.
It's still balanced.
Yes.
Like, he still ran the ball.
He wants to run the ball, yes.
And it's so you're used to this, everything's high tempo, everything's pushed down the field, big plays, stuff like that. But he's a balanced guy. And so that's where I lean with you in Ohio State. You've got running backs, you've got a veteran quarterback, you've got wide receivers. He might have the most balanced offense in all of college football next year.